and I thought I would die long before she did, and all the plans were made, the family she'd go to. I'd made recordings, so if she ever missed me, she could hear me. And she developed fungal tumors in her air sacs.
I used to have one, Norma.
Oh, did you?
And let me tell you, his name was Kiwi.
Oh.
And every time the phone rang,
He said hello.
It was him sounding like the phone.
Oh, that's great.
They are so smart. One morning I was standing at the fridge. She's on my left shoulder. I'm drinking orange juice out of the carton. And she turned her head and looked at me and said, "Do you like it?"
Oh, fantastic.
Yes. But honestly, there's not a day goes by I don't weep for her.
Why don't you get another one, Norma?
Oh, I'm 70 years old, and I just couldn't go through that. I can't open my heart to that kind of love again.
Well, you can still have a relationship with her.
How do I do that?
Even though she's in spirit. I tell you what, write my website and repeat this story, and I'll be sure to contact you.
Well, let's find out if she has a computer, first of all.
Yes, I do.
You do? Okay. All right, good. And his website is linked up at coasttocoastam.com, and he'll answer you. And good luck to you. It is amazing, the attachment of animals, huh?
Oh, it really is. I mean, the unconditional love they give you, and it's just astounding. I know. I love pets, and I'm without pets for the first time in my life, and we'll wait a couple of more years before I reincarnate my dogs. But I'm going to bring them back.
This African gray was absolutely incredible with its ability to sound exactly like an individual or a doorbell. He would do a doorbell, and, I'd go to the door. There was nobody there. It was him. San Antonio, Texas. Let's go to you, Fred. You're on Coast to Coast. Hi, Fred.
Hi, George. I want to say hi to your guest, too. Excellent guest. Anyway, I have a question for your guest. Melon, I'm sort of going through change right now from my old life to a new one. And I feel like there's a breaking out that I need to be doing, but I'm kind of blocked. Do you have any advice you could give me?
Well, you've just got to the change that's about to happen to us all is not what we expect, because if it happens like we expect, it would only be a repeat of the past. So it's going to be totally new for you, and you've got to be open to that, and it will come in and manifest. But it will not be something like you expect to happen. It will be better and much more different than that. And because if what happens is what we expected, it's actually just a repeat of the past. So this is new territory for us all. We're all pioneers in this. This is new territory. So be an explorer and trust your life. Really trust your life now.
How far advanced are we as a nation compared to other countries where their population dabbles in this as well?
Well, I've traveled the world, and Americans live in a very special bubble. We really do. Most Americans don't realize that. It's very different in different countries. I was in Sweden in 2007, and they never had what we call a New Age movement or this kind of movement, although they have their own version of psychic stuff. England's very different than we are, and I think probably 50 years ahead of us in this. And then the ancients were right on the money. The Aborigines and the people like that were totally in tune. The Kahunas, totally in tune. Americans got off in La La Land. I've often thought the name of America ought to be Disneyland. That's the true nature of America.
You claim that you're a shaman. Tell me a little bit about that.
Well, and I've been a shaman in many past lives, and the type of shaman I am is the adventurer. And I've had many adventures in my incarnations, and I love to learn. And I also help in any way that I can. And I have found that living the shamanic life, everything is a work of magic to me, and everything is, even death is just another excuse for a ceremony.
I was at an event called 2012 Quantum Leap in L.A. Last month, and a lama from Tibet had come out, and he was there with his son. And Mellon, this guy had spent 23 years by himself in a cave. Now, people would bring him food, and they'd lay it down there, and he'd go out and get it. But 23 years he was out there by himself, and he finally emerged into the world. And I got to tell you, call it what you want, lama, shaman. I couldn't do that. Could you?
No, I think that's easy life. I mean, try getting married, having children, and I believe all the higher beings, the Pope and the Dalai Lama, should be having lots of children. They should be bringing in higher spirits, and they've chosen not to. I don't get it. But, actually, that kind of life is a very easy life. And but I say, you want a real test of life, have a relationship, have children, make a family. And give the world a gift of well-balanced children for the future. All of these higher beings should be having lots of children.
I've always questioned, for example, marriage counselors who have never been married.
Yeah, exactly.
You got to be there if you're going to give people advice.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, do me a favor. You've got a pre-order phone number. I have it. Do you need it? 800.
Me?
Yeah, you got it out here?
Oh, yeah, it's 1-800-BOOK-LOG, and or you can go to Amazon.com, and there'll be the two books, Journey Through the Light and Back, and then The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Other Side, which is a handbook. The subtitle to it is it's Hitchhiker's Guide to the Other Side, or What to Do If You Wake Up Dead. It's a handbook.
Which I hope doesn't happen to us for a very long, long time.
But it's really a book to go into your subconscious, so if you have a near-death experience or you have a death experience, you can have a handle on it.
Excellent. Take care. For Dan Galante, Tom Danheiser, Lisa Lyon, Lex Lonehood, Sean Ladouceur, Ross Mitchell, George Knapp, Ian Punnett, and Art Bell, I'm George Norrie, somewhere out there on Coast to Coast AM. We'll see you on our next edition. Until then, be safe, everyone.